Hi there, welcome to Don's Workshop. This is part 4 of my Lego Technic McLaren P1 build. So last time, got these gold pieces on and got this back end stuff on, as well as the mechanism for lifting the rear spoiler. So now we're going to continue. Okay, looks like I got everything sorted here, so let's get started. Okay, so here we go. We've got the 7-speed gearbox and V8 engine. So creating a 7-speed gearbox with existing Lego Technic elements would have put too much strain on the elements and construction. Instead of opting for alternative 6 or 8-speed version, we developed a new building techniques and shifter drum elements and 2 new gear wheels to mimic the real-life version. Oh, okay, so I know the old ones are always, or the previous ones have been 8, I believe. So they're gonna try to do 7 here. Okay, that should be interesting. Always fun putting together the gearbox. So let's get going here. Yeah, they're pointing out which way to put those. I go to the side and I need pins, black pins go in the way. Okay, that's interesting. Well, we got one big L beam here. Oh, did I already start that off wrong? Goes the other way. Okay, there we go. And all the way down that side. Over here. And that goes in the middle here. It's only got 4 holes there. 4. Now I have these 2 red beams. Oh, and I've got another gray beam here. Or just one red beam. Okay, so this goes like this, and then this goes here. And then we're putting that on the top here, like that. Try and make sure we got everything correct, because when you get gearbox wrong, you have issues. It's going to be a big problem. So now we need to get, this is supposed to go 2 down. Red gear, red is a freewheeling gear. And then this yellow shifter piece locks into the red gear, but it spins freely over the axle, and then an axle connector. So we got that. Not too tight, because they do need to spin. And we have it looking like it's supposed to look, I believe. So okay. Like I should normally be doing is just checking, making sure everything's spinning each time. Okay, that goes there. And we're gonna pop that right there. So we got that one on. Okay, we have 2 of the small red axle connectors, and the gray 2 beams with the axle connections, and those go here. Okay. So that axle, that's a fixed axle, so that's not spinning. So it's not a spinning axle on that one. They go through like that. Another gray beam. This is a bit different. Usually we had like frames. Like there'd be those black frames and you'd kind of build on those. So this is a bit different. So this should be, one goes like that. Okay. And then the last of these beams. So this is like the start of one side, I guess, and then it's got all the, it needs lots of beams, I guess. That's why, how you're gonna get the 7-speed, I'm guessing. You need lots of pinholes to be able to fit the different ratios that you're gonna add. Okay, so we got this beam, and we are going to take the black beam and connect 2 7 beams, or no, not 2 7 beams, 1 7 beam and 1 5 beam. That's dark gray. No, that's the wrong side, so it's supposed to go this way. I guess I could have just flipped it around the other way. Okay, so now this goes and hooks up. Okay, this is weird. Oh no, it goes like that. Okay. It goes like this, so this is a little bit different. The black beam actually sits below the gray beam. And then these hook into these pins that we put in along the way, if we can get them all in there. Okay, that one's in. Just the blue one doesn't want to go in here. There. That's those, so that's all. Okay, now that one's not going in. On this side, there. Okay, there we go. To start. Now, it's showing this side, and I need to take this gray axle. Okay, we gotta take the gray axle and push it in the second gray, and then it's supposed to come out the red, that red beam there. Okay, and we're still on this side. We take dark gray beam. And we gotta get some pins in here. That's 3 down. Okay, that's this side. Now we've got to put the blue pins in on this side. Okay, and then that's the 9 beam, and the 9 beam goes behind the side here. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Then we take the 7 beam, 2 blue pins, and we're supposed to push the blue pins in as well. So let's get the black pins on this side, and we do the same thing, but on this side. Okay, that's that, and everything's a little, there we go. Tightening things up here, looking correct. Okay, now we have one of the long gray, dark gray axles. Okay, and that goes here. So that goes there. So hopefully that is correct. Looks correct. Okay, now we have 5, or an L beam. It's an L beam. Little L. Put that on top of there. And we'll put this, it goes over top of that axle to hold it in, and we have a big L and a little L on this side. Okay, now we have the dark gray gear, and that goes on here. Okay, let's keep that spinning, and then we have one of the light gray gears. Okay, and we now take the little axle and it goes over here. So that's 2 down. And that's it. And now we have another LB. It needs axle pin on this side, 2 black pins on this side. Okay, and then we take one of the little dark gray axles, put it through here. We need the light blue gear first, and then a little darker blue gear goes in here. Okay. That is, oh, that fell out. And this is supposed to go like that, over top of that axle. Okay. That's how, and that's interconnecting there. Okay, there we go. That'll work. And now we have another L-beam. Okay. And that goes like this. So we're like this, and then we have this axle goes there. And we have another same thing, 2 blue gears. So this is quite a bit different. We didn't have as many of these gears in previous gearboxes like this. So now that, okay, I missed something here. I was supposed to put, or did I miss it, or is it being put in? It's right there. Okay, so this one is supposed to go in over on the other side here. So I did miss that, and then this will go the same idea on the other side, except there's a long blue pin in here. There we go. So now both of those are spinning like there. Okay, now need 2 of these with the blue pins. Black pin. Okay. Oh no, that doesn't go there. It goes here. And like that. So that's supposed to go like this. Lines up there. And then that goes like this. Okay. So those are in. And then there's 4 of these I need. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, we're putting 2 on here. Like that. That didn't line up, did it? Uh-oh. Did I? No, that's... Neither side lines up the way I thought they'd line up. So, wait a second. No, this is right. Oh, this is wrong. Oh, it's supposed to be up 1 more. Okay. So I have to get that one out and slide it up 1. So that's supposed to be like that. And that goes here. There we go. So that is supposed to go like that. That's why they're like that. Okay, so that's supposed to go like that. So that when we come over here, okay, so just make sure these are here and these are here. They're lined up, and then I need to put these like that one there, that one there. Okay. Now I have these, one of these, and I have the other long dark gray axle, and the one of the dark blue gears, and that goes down here on the two pins here, and then slides into the gray, the big gray gear, or dark gray gear. Okay, there it goes. Okay, there we go. Now they're all spinning. So that's, okay, that's going through there. Okay. I can't say it's the smoothest experience here. Okay. Anyway, now we have a T. Put a couple of these on here, and then the T, I'm gonna pop that like that. Okay, and now two L's. To go opposite ways here. And they go up here. Okay, so that ends up being correct. That is correct. Now that we got that, those beams in the right place. Okay. Now okay, this is supposed to be an 11. An 11, yeah, that would seem about right. Yeah, it's a 7 and a 4. Okay, so we got an 11. And I need the gray gear. Okay, and then that is supposed to go in. Okay, we're on this side, and it looks like it goes through there. And it meshes with the little blue one. Okay, so that's right. And then on the other side, we put another gear on it. Make sure it's, yeah, okay, it's not too tight anyway. Okay, so it's like that. I don't actually know, like, it's how far that's supposed to be sticking out for sure. So it's gonna kind of be annoying that way. Now I have another L beam. And we have this L beam. And these, oh, this actually goes in here. And is that gonna, oh, that's gonna line up. Okay. Lines up there. Get some more strength there. Now the red gear, red axle, we're gonna put another gray, big gray gear on here. That goes through the matching hole on the other side. Okay. And we need a blue gear on the other side. Okay. Oh, okay, it meshes with the red gear over here. Okay, so now we got some stuff connecting. Okay, so now this is like that. We have this axle, and it's going to go over these two gear ends, so I can now figure out exactly how our axle ends and get the axles pushed through the appropriate amount of space, I think now. There we go. And now we have these two, and where do these go? Got two of them, and they connect to, oh, this axle here. Okay, that red axle that's there. They go on each side. Now I have to flip it around, and I need a blue gear on this. Oh, that's why. Okay, you gotta put that gear here. Axle connector goes on the, okay, first we gotta put this mechanism on here, and it goes in here, and then axle connector on there. So there we go. Now one of this red beam right there. Now we have this big red gear axle connector, and that goes over top of there. And there we go. Now the green free gear and an axle connector, and that goes over here. Okay. Now red free gear goes into there, meshes with the blue gear. There we go. Okay, everything's spinning there. And we have a blue gear on this side, meshing with the big red gear. Okay, now, there we go. Okay, now one of these dual-sided beams, then pins, and we're just lining them up here. Why that is. Okay, and then a pin here. And the gray or the green connector pin with a axle pin in it. This beam with pin on it. Okay, now I have one of the gray axles. Needs a red collar. Needs a gray gear and a blue gear. Little blue gear. Okay, and that should be through a bit more, I guess. Not to hopefully get tied up too much here. Okay, and then this goes down here somewhere. So how does that stick on? Let's see. An axle goes through one of the holes here. It's got to go through this hole. Okay, that whole gray one goes over there. So that's the key. And then that axle goes through there, but it doesn't. Okay, like that. Okay, so now that is in there. This axle does spin. Okay, we're good. That's just sitting there. Now we need a blue gear on the dark gray axle. Oh, it's meshing there. And then a gray gear on the light gray axle. Nothing meshed on that one. Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah, you gotta. Okay, that is interesting. With that connection. Okay, just be careful with that. And we have this freewheeling one on this free spinning pin, and that is supposed to go down here. Okay, now we have two of these and two of these. And they go into the axles that don't move, or axle connections that don't move. Hook those up like that. Two red axles, axle connectors. And they go on there. This is a different support structure, it seems like, with these axles. Okay, now we have the green one goes here, black one here, axle pin here, and that goes on this side up here. And then we do the same thing for the other side. Okay, now we have two of the long red axles. They go in here. How far do they go through? They just go that far through, I guess. Okay. And then this one goes into this connection here. Why would you push it all the way through the other side? I guess you just go this way. I guess I could push it all the way through the other side, but don't think that's necessary. Okay, now we have two of half beams go on each side here. So we seem to be, I think, half done with the gears so far. And just getting some of this framing connected. That is probably needed. I really don't like that they are not flat in case something needs to go in there. Because if something has to slide in there, then those will get in the way. Okay, now we have two of these. One on each side. And yeah, and then if we don't keep that flat, it won't like that. Okay, and then two more with the short axles, actually. Man, these are a little stiff. And these go up top here, hanging down like that. Okay. Okay, now we gotta do this 2 times with the yellow axles and the gray axle. Okay, and then it actually goes in like that. This guy here, and these go Now it looks like they go like this, and they pop through this way. If I were to guess right, but I don't think that's right. No. Oh, they connect this way, actually. Okay, so that's how they connect. There we go. And then I have to take 2 beams here. And one looks like it goes here. No, it goes, where does it go? Oh, I put this one in the wrong spot. This goes here. Like, what is going on here? There we go, and then that makes more sense. Okay. This goes over top like that. One of those, and then that goes through there. And same thing on the other side. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that has been part 4 of my Lego Technic McLaren P1 build. Got started on the gearbox here. It is quite a bit different so far. An attempt to simulate a 7-speed transmission versus normally what would be a 6 or 8 with Lego. Anyway, it looks really interesting. Hopefully got everything working. I got stuff spinning. Nothing's binding up or anything right now, so that's good. Anyway, if you'd like to see more, please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and take it easy.